I'm Edyta Sitter from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window and our beautiful Comet Bright Quilt Along. We're moving along and making beautiful progress. Guys, today we're gonna have so much fun. Last week we made the baskets and today we're gonna fill them up with beautiful flowers. Are you ready? If you're just joining us in, make sure you go to our website at laundrybasketquilts.com where we have a blog and all the information about this fun event. We have kits, we have patterns on our website, templates, and today I'm gonna tell you a little secrets about fun and easy applique. In the pattern, we have a traditional hand applique direction, fusible applique, machine applique. Choose your favorite. I'm gonna do mine with fusible webbing to make it nice and quick and exciting for me, and I'm gonna share with you how I do that. So last week we have finished our basket, and for anybody that missed it, you're gonna be sewing your basket on each corner with a beautiful rectangle in between. Okay, I just want to show you this again. Beautiful rectangle in between. This is gonna create all this gorgeous area that we can fill it up with applique. I cannot wait to show you this. Look at this. This is the applique that we're gonna be adding to this corner of the quilt, of that center of the quilt. So I already have one done right here, and there's another one that it's waiting to be nicely filled up. All right, how do I do that? I'm gonna start by finding my applique shapes. They're on page 15. Then, if you wanted to, you can use applique silhouettes. Applique silhouettes for tracing or drawing. You can trace your applique shapes from the paper. I like the applique silhouettes because if I have to make 120 low leaves, it's so much easier if I can trace it right from that stencil. And a lot of my shapes are part of this applique silhouette stencil. But for anybody that don't have them, guess what? You're good to go by just having your applique shapes from this page. I'm gonna select, look at in my direction, it's all on the front page, how many pieces you need to cut, and you can now use your leftover fabrics for the applique. Speaking of leftover fabrics, by now I already cut everything that I needed for piecing of my quilt. I kept all the little leftovers, and for anybody that follows me on social media, I can't wait to show you that little video that I taped where I have all the little leftover scraps just sitting and waiting. I have cut my center, my star, we made that. I made my basket, I cut all my stars and I'm working on it. I also have cut everything for my triangles and the additional pieces. So all my cut pieces are done. I only have leftovers, and that's what is gonna make this quilt so much fun, because the applique is gonna have a fun scrappy flavor just like the rest of the quilt. So I'm gonna select my scraps, take my fusible webbing, and I'm using this lightweight heat and bound fusible webbing. I'm gonna trace my shapes to the paper side of fusible webbing. Then I'm gonna go ahead, iron it to my fabrics, and notice it, I'm putting all different shapes and I nicely iron them. I have used up all little pieces. Now the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and with a pair of scissors, I'm gonna cut right on a line. I'm doing a fusible applique like I said, so all that I have to do is cut on a line exactly the shapes, one by one, nice smooth cuts, and as soon as I finish cutting, look at this, this is gonna be so exciting. I'm gonna have all different fun shapes that I can start laying out. Let me move this over so that way I can show you. Guys, I hope you can see it. All right, so what I did is I have this shape right here. All that I did is I just gently crease an edge the fabric separates from the paper, releasing the fusible webbing and staying right on the fabric. And I peel that paper to the side, and all that I needed is just place it down in the right place. You can use a layout from the pattern that shows you exactly where all the pieces need to go. Do you see? Everything is marked. Or you can go ahead and just look at the picture and estimate where the shapes are going and do a little bit more free layout. I'm very particular. I wanted to lay exactly as I have it, so I have placed my layout underneath and start position my pieces one by one, from leaves to branches to the low buds. Everything start going in the places. I have nice leaves. I laid it all out, looked at the color, peeled the paper, set it down. Next thing I did and pressed it with an iron. So once you press all your shapes in place, you are ready, set, go. For the next step of applique is stitch around the edges. And you can use invisible thread or you can use a cotton thread. I'm planning to use a cotton thread. I have a lovely box of threads from Orifil. Those are all the threads that I have. And there is this gorgeous charcoal. It's going to be great around my leaves and branches. Then I have beautiful dusty blue and a sharp blue that I can put it around my flowers right here. With my gold, it's gonna be perfect around these buds and anywhere that I have a gold. So I'm gonna be switching the threads back and forth, and I want to add this beautiful berry into the edges of my applique on the buds of flowers. So I have a plan to use those threads. If I don't have some of the exact colors, I'm gonna be using the Secret Stash threads. This is an older box that we have. It's so cute. Let me open it to show you all the colors. Look at that. You have additional blues, greens, all of this fun that it's gonna give a little bit extra oomph and a flavor to your applique. Why am I using the color threads? Because I want to add a little bit more to it. If you want to hide your stitches and you don't want to see the colored threads, then go ahead and use the invisible threads, and you can use either the Wonder Invisifill or you can use a nylon invisible thread with a cotton thread in a bobbin. Am I gonna be switching my bobbin thread? No, I'm gonna keep the same color and I'm gonna use the 2370 for my bobbin. I am going to use my non-stick needles to applique on the top, because this needle works great with fusible applique. I have one corner done. Now I'm gonna stitch this corner, then I'm gonna go ahead and fuse the next corner, stitch this one, then I'm gonna go for the next one. Why do I do that? Because sometimes when I do fusible, and this is lightweight heat and bound, it's only holding your pieces in place long enough that you can stitch. Why do I do this? Because I don't want to be my pieces to fall apart as I'm stitching. So as I'm handling this big block, and it's gonna be big beautiful block, I want to make sure that I stitch one corner at a time and all my pieces are staying down as I'm doing this. So I'm gonna applique just one side and keep going. I hope this helped. Next step, we're gonna be adding a small sashing right here and right here, a cornerstone and a sashing around, and we are going to be ready for the next step, where it's going to be adding stars to your quilt. And of course, we're going to be next time working on our flowers that are in the border. I'm so excited for you guys. You're moving along. Today is our first time. We're going to be doing some applique. The applique technique will repeat again as we're working on the next stages of the quilt. I hope this helped. Happy quilting. And for anybody that are joining us in, you are all welcome. Make sure you give us thumbs up. Visit our website for any needs that you have for quilting, and we're so thankful you're here quilting along with us on one of my favorite quilts, Common Bride.